Hey Jody, how you doing? All right, thank you so much for your submission. I was reading through your writing, and you sound frustrated. Don't be, please. This takes a minute. I mean, it really does. Don't be discouraged. Just keep working, keep plugging away. It will come to you. I promise you. Just slow down, keep watching the videos, keep working it, keep working it. It will come. Don't. The last thing I want to hear is you're frustrated. Don't get frustrated, because we know what happens there. It's very, very counterproductive. When I get frustrated when I'm working, I will put my work away. Even if I have impending deadlines, I'll put my work away, walk away, come back with a fresh set of eyes and a fresh attitude. So again, frustration is detrimental to the design process. Let's go ahead and take a look at the magazine ad itself. I think I downloaded the JPEG, but I'm not positive. Yes, I did. There it is. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. Excellent. There we go. Okay, the first thing I want to mention is this doesn't look like 8.5 by 11. This looks a little bit higher than 11. Check your dimension here. I'm pretty good about looking at things like this and determining. So I don't think this is 8.5 by 11, but you definitely want to check that in your original Adobe Illustrator file. Okay, so what are we seeing? I wanted to address your questions and your comments. I think I've got everything. So let's go ahead and start. So let's start with the background image. The background image is very, very, very damaged. We can see it in this JPEG right here. If we zoom in a little bit, look at all that compression artifact noise, all of that distortion, pixelization, blurriness. That's all indicative of a very, very, very low resolution image. I highly recommend you do not use this image for the final magazine ad. As far as, let's go back so we fit that in the window. Okay, as far as the general configuration goes, I think you've got the idea down, okay? We just need a little bit of work with execution. So let me start with the logo. You've got two logos. You don't need two logos. I would say let's lose this logo and use this bottom area right here for our logo, because this is typically the place where we exit a page, right? We start the page at the upper left, we work to the right and down the page, determining this as the exit point for any composition. We can use that to our benefit by reinforcing the client's branding by placing the logo in the lower right-hand corner. As such, you want to make sure the logo is placed accurately. This is distorted. We can clearly see the difference in shape between this logo and this logo, which seems to be placed correctly. Typically, this happens upon resizing. When you place an image, you know how you select it, grab the corner bounding box and hold your mouse key down while you resize it. Hold your shift key down. That'll constrain the original proportions, maintain that original aspect ratio, so you avoid these kind of distortions. The type, yes, I think this black type it's so rich that it actually advances in the composition. This seems to be have a lot more harmony. This purple color has a lot more harmony with the background than the black does. However, we've got some issues with this typeface. This is a serif typeface. The assignment requirements indicate Arial bold for the headline, Arial bold italic for the subhead, and then regular Arial for the body copy. Okay, masked image looks great, by the way. And you don't ever want to put your image credits in the composition. You can set it aside. If you do, put it on a separate layer so the layer can be turned off. But in JPEG, we wouldn't be able to do that. For this reason, you can take your credits for your images and just place them in a comments section associated with your submission. That'll be fine. We don't want to include image credits in the actual magazine ad. Okay, what do we do from here? First thing I would do is jump over to the announcements area, take a look, and really study these fantastic, just wonderful examples. Each one of these is beautiful in its own right, and the simplicity and hierarchy speaks for themselves in each of these ads. So take a look at the configuration, right? We kind of see the same formula. We got a headline, a subhead, and a paragraph of informational body copy. So let's try that with yours. Come up with a headline. Try left aligning too. We can see this is all left aligned. See how that's all beautifully left aligned? So you don't have any of that beautiful left margin right there. It's gorgeous, isn't it? As opposed to having this center, then this over to the left aligned, and then the address over to the right. So what I would recommend to do is first we're going to replace the background image. Then we're going to add a headline, okay? Then we're going to add a subhead. All right, then add a informational paragraph where you combine this type here with this type here. All right, logo at the lower right hand, masked image at the lower left hand. That would leave the address area. So what you can do with the address area is one of two things. You can either span it across the bottom of the ad or even across the top of the ad. Either one will suffice. We can see examples of the top contact information there, and we can see an example of the contact information at the bottom. So again, please use this to your advantage. These examples are here for a reason, and they're for you to study and to really get a good idea of how effective these page mechanics are set up based on this configuration. I would like you to apply these elements and this basic configuration to your work. Okay? Now, if you have any questions at all, please let me know, because I would definitely like to see this redone. The background image is a critical problem. So let's go ahead and reconfigure. Submit at your leisure. Let me know when you do. I should see it, but for some reason, if I don't, I want to make sure I get comments back to you. So let's go ahead and rework the ad. And I'd like to see the changes reflected sooner than later, because once you finalize the magazine ad, you'll start working on your banner ad. So theoretically, the magazine ad should be near completion by the time you start the banner ad. So think about that. Now, if you have any questions or if you have any comments or concerns at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to make any necessary clarifications. If you want to run something by me, please do. I'll be glad to provide another full-blown critique for you. So that if you're working, I'm working. So if you want to submit anything at all, please know that I will provide a full critique. All right, Jody, thank you very much. And again, the most important thing at this point is to let me know if you have any questions. Thank you very much.